So what is CollabOS? By definition, it's a secure operating system purpose-built for video collaboration. But what does it really do? So CollabOS allows us that seamless integration into Teams, Zoom, Google. It allows for your configuration and controlling the settings directly on the device. We offer free firmware updates, and we're always coming out with new features, and of course, security safeguards, all at no cost. So which devices do we have powered by CollabOS? So you're all familiar with our Rally Bar Mini, Rally Bar Huddle, and the newest member to this line is our Meetup 2, which has CollabOS running on it. The site, which we just showed, is a companion camera to the Rally Bar Mini, and using the CollabOS to be able to provide that. Our Roommate is for that CollabOS device. It's used as a standalone. This is often used in rooms with different cameras, using different audio sources, things like that coming in. Our Tap IP is that controller that controls the video solution in the room. This is running CollabOS and connects to these devices over the network. Our Tap schedulers sit outside the room, and they run various platforms of scheduling. We'll get into that a little bit more. And then our Logitech Flex. As individuals are coming back to the offices, hot desking, desk reservation, our Logitech Flex allows for better control of this. So we were talking about, CollabOS was built for video conferencing. So after you've taken your CollabOS device, you've gone through some initial configurations and setup, you're going to be prompted with what mode do you want to run in? Do you want to run this in a Teams room, a Zoom room, a Google Meet? You can also do things like BYOD. So we've had our Switch product out, and we've also just came out with our Logitech Extend. These allow for easy BYOD into these rooms. Last month's Talk Techie to Me was about Extend and BYOD. So we've included this QR code in here for users to click on and go back and listen to that Talk Techie to Me, which was an excellent Talk Techie to Me. Highly recommend that one. So room scheduling. So our Tap schedulers, oops, there we go. Room scheduling. So our Tap schedulers are designed to be outside your room, and these can run on various different platforms. A lot of our customers are running already Zoom or Teams. I also would like you to take a look at Logitech booking. We've enhanced this a lot. There's a lot coming on this platform, and we offer a 90-day trial to any of our users. So we talk about management. I know hopefully most everyone has heard of Sync. We did a Talk Techie to Me on Sync security 2 Talk Techies ago. But CollabOS provides that native integration back to the Sync platform. With Sync, you're able to remotely monitor the devices, push out configurations, modify settings, and you can also pull insights from the room. So how the rooms are being used, how they're being utilized. And there's a lot more even to come down the road on this for Sync insights. One of my favorite features is remote UI access. So this can be used on any of our CollabOS devices to remotely look at what's going on in the room. Not only can I look at the touch panel, I can also look at what's going on the screens, what may be being shared on screen 1, 2, or even screen 3. This is really good. It's built securely, so it only runs across your local network. It also notifies if there happens to be an individual in the room that this is going on. So if you haven't used Remote UI or looked at Remote UI, definitely reach out to your account team. And again, we do have a 90-day trial for Remote UI access. Continuous improvement. I mentioned earlier about getting software updates. So just in the past year, we've updated our right site with adding subtitling to our grid viewing. We've updated our audio with Right Sound 2, and we're constantly improving different things. What we just saw, smart switching. So we had Site come out through a CollabOS update. You're able to now turn on smart switching. And again, more to come on that. But as always, with all these updates, we're making sure they're secure and up to date. So with CollabOS, from inception, development, implementing, as well as updates, we take security and privacy Very important, and we incorporate that into all of our CollabOS software. We start with that strong foundation. So we built this on Android. So a lot of questions come out, is this built on the same Android that's running on my phone or anything else? We build this on what's called Device Administrator, and that's built for appliances. But we don't stop there. We also look at this and just figure out what's needed and what's not. So things like printer drivers, USB mass storage, all like that is taken away. We'll talk a little bit later about not having the ability to sideload apps and things like that. So with all this done, we're building as strong a foundation into our CollabOS software. Other things we're doing is taking away universal default passwords. So a nice thing, at no point do you have to reach out to your SE and be like, hey, what's the default password for a Rally Bar Mini, anything like that. So we take those away, but also inside our software, we've also turned off default passwords inside the programming that people do not have access to. So that helps make this more secure. Communicating securely. So your devices are talking up to Teams and Zoom. All this communication is encrypted using TLS to make sure that that's as secure communication as we can go. Protecting personal data. So our CollabOS devices are not collecting or storing any PII on these devices to keep that secure for you. Anti-rollback features. So this one comes up quite a bit. And, a new software update comes out. Maybe you want to roll back or something like that. For security purposes, we do not allow that. We use timestamps and versioning control on all of our software updates to make sure we do not allow rollback. And a lot of this is always to reduce those attack vectors. Maybe there was something that was patched in security back in an earlier release or something like that. So this is why we roll that out. With all of our customers, I recommend working into building a lab or a test environment, especially if you're using some of our beta features that we push out, we allow customers to try. Put that on a device that's not, fully deployed, and that way you can test new features without having to worry about that. Speaking of updates, all of our, updates, as you're, getting updates or boot ups, all like that, all of our software is digitally signed using certificates to maintain software integrity as it's being ran. So to make sure also that when you're receiving an update, it's coming directly from Logitech and not somewhere else. We allow each application to kind of run in their own sandbox. So that way, we're running Teams and Zoom, not all at the same time, but on the same platform. So this is allowing the applications to be in their own area and not interfering with execution of the other applications. We're also not allowing, speaking of apps, we don't allow sideloading apps or loading different apps. So we're controlling different areas in there. Even to, we're not, any app that's not authorized is not going to be allowed to load up. Our hardware, we're implementing hardware level encryption for any of the data that's stored on the CollabOS devices. And then the backend data security. So we talked about talking out to the different platforms. Now you're getting over-the-air updates, talking to sync, any of the backend Logitech solutions, all that's encrypted with TLS. So, we talked about what we can do and what we can build into our CollabOS for security and features and all like that. But we're also very cognizant and aware of what's going on out in the world with different areas and all like that. So we're constantly keeping track of different vulnerabilities. But we also welcome our customers to either participate if they find in a bug bounty program or to come to us at logitech.com security and let us know about any security vulnerabilities or issues they may see. So we've talked a lot about features and security and all. So here's a couple different links. We've got a public white paper built for CollabOS security. We've got some public privacy policies, terms of services, et cetera, as well as I mentioned the different bounty programs.